Umineko no Nakakura ni, Episode 3, Banquet of the Golden Witch. October 4th, Saturday, 1986, 2 o'clock. My preparations are already complete, or 14 o'clock. And yes, this is the same exact day as I played the previous chapter. It's been like almost an hour later. I just felt like I should play another episode of Umineko today since the Science Gate Zero recording went a little bit shorter than expected. But there's no other place I could cut off that Science Gate episode, so I thought, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just play some more Umineko, so here we go. I should probably play more Minagoroshi, but I really want to play more Umineko, so I chose Umineko.
6年前のことか。
Door of Summer.
何しろ6年って言ったら小学校丸々一つ分じゃねえか。
Oh, I was thinking about my elementary school, which had 7 grades.
覚えてろってのが酷な話だぜ。
そうだね。特に若かった僕たちにとっては大きな成長の6年間だったはずだからね。案外自己紹介がなかったら思い出せなかったんじゃないかい？
そうかな。私はバトラだってすぐに分かったぜ。口を聞いてさらに確信できたぜ。
おお、マリア初めて会った。6年前わかんない。
そうですよね。マリア様はまだ3つでしたものね。
それを言われたら俺もだぜ。3歳の頃しか知らないマリアがこんなに大きく成長してるんだから、そりゃわからねえわけだぜ。
After lunch, we had all gone out to the beach to walk around, talk, and take it easy enjoying ourselves. Our parents appeared somehow on edge, and seemed to have things to catch up on, so we had decided to leave our seats. Just as you expect, since it had been 6 years, the conversation focused on me.
しかし本当に背が伸びたね。僕も低いつもりはないけど、とにかくその身長には驚いたよ。
そうですね。6年前のバトラ様をよく覚えておりますが、それでも驚くくらいでした。
Wait, how tall is Battler? Wasn't he like, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna go by, the measurements we do in the United States real quick. Wasn't he about like, 6'1", 6'2"? Sorry, I don't know the metric system too well. We really fucked up a lot of measurement systems. Like, we still use, like, degrees Fahrenheit rather than Celsius. So, yeah, I'm trying to catch up with everyone else. So, apologies if I say any measurement system that may sound a little bit weird.
だな。6年前のバトラからは想像がつかないくらいだったぜ。
みんな案外6年も前のことなんか覚えてるもんだな。俺なんかかなり記憶があやふやだってのによ。
だろうな。私たちのことを思い出すのに少し時間をかけてたみたいだもんな。あれはちょっと傷つくぜ。
いや、さすがに6年前だぜ。覚えてろって方が無理があるぜ。
6年前のことですと、あまり覚えてはおられないのですか？私はつい昨日のことのように鮮明に覚えておりますが。
シャノンは記憶力がいいからね。6年前にバトラ君がどんなことをしていたとか言っていたとかよく覚えてるんじゃないかい？
That is ominous. That is an ominous line. I bet you remember well what kind of things Battler did and said 6 years ago, don't you? That's an ominous as fuck line. Whoa, what kind of line is that?
そういやそうだよな。シャノンって妙なところで記憶力がいいんだよな。
おお、マリア覚えるの下手くそ。 楽しいことはスイスイ覚えるけど、つまんないのは全然ダメ。
Like magic.
おう。
Fun stuff like magic. That's what I meant to say. We all laughed, saying that everyone was like that.
シャノン、ちなみに6年前のバトラはどんなだったんだ？何かエピソードを覚えてないのかよ。
そうですね。確か、お帰りの際はこうおっしゃっていました。
The music just cut off.
また来るぜ、See you again。きっと白馬にまたがって迎えに来るぜ。
ギャー
Bounce.
恥ずかしい
Whoa.
確かにそんな感じだった。6年前のバトラはそんな感じのバカっぽいセリフばかり言ってたぜ。
It's nice seeing Jessica have fun for once.
確かに当時のバトラ君がいかにも言いそうだな。
おー、恥ずかしい？恥ずかしい？
最高に恥ずかしいぜ。
Maybe it's because I seen him use that. Maybe because I seen that sprite used in different situations, I find it being used here now hilarious.
マリアもきっと中学くらいになったらそういう恥ずかしいことが口にしたくなるからね。そういう時は口に出す前にチラシの裏に書いて3度読み直してから口にすべきかどうか考えるんだぞ。じゃねえときっと後悔するからな。
Does Battler have a dark past?
いや、誰しもがそういう痛々しい時代をくぐり抜けていくのだ。そうさ。そして身の程を知り、恥を覚えて大人になるんだ。そうさ。これは大人への過渡期なら、誰もが犯す青春の甘酸っぱくて恥ずかしい消し去りたい記憶なんだ。うわー、ぐわー
You see, I tend to let my mouth run wild without thinking too much, so I don't remember all the details of everything I say. I feel that. But when the contents are recited back to me afterwards, it's always something extremely embarrassing. In recent years, I have finally come to understand this weakness, and have been working hard to refrain from such careless outbursts, but it seems I was just born with the habit of speaking without thinking, and there isn't a whole lot I can do about it. Am I just... You know, why can I feel Battler so much? I feel like Battler. I don't think that's a good thing.
シャーノン、他にも何か恥ずかしいことは覚えてないのかよ。
まあ他にもいろいろと覚えておりますけれど、ご本人もお忘れになりたいことみたいなので、これ以上は遠慮させていただきたいと思います。
Also, I think I skipped a bit of your line, so... Ah!
ぶっちゃけると俺はもう何も覚えてないんだ。頼むから思い出させないでくれ。
おー、シャノンがバトラーをいじめてる？おー、ダメ、いじめはいけないの。
別にいじめてるわけじゃないんだよ。この話はこれくらいにしようか。でもシャノン、後でバトラ君のいないところでこっそり教えてね。なんだか面白そうだから。
You evil bastard!
はい、かしこまりました。
そりゃねえぜ、シャノンちゃんよ。
For a while, George and Nikki teased me by pretending to ask Shannon-chan for more of my embarrassing mispeaks. Towering cloud in summer. George and Nikki was messing around, teamed up with Shannon-chan. But he seemed, how to describe it, very candid and frank. He was always frank with his cousins. I don't know why, but I just love the expression, to be frank. I just love the expression. Is it because I'm thinking about the character Danny DeVito plays in It's Always Sunny? A little bit. He was always frank with his cousins, but he usually took on a reserved, gentlemanly attitude when he came in contact with the servants. When I thought about it, I got the feeling he was acting a little overly familiar, which seemed slightly weird. Maria started scribbling in the sand with a stick, and George and Nikki and Shannon-chan joined in, which left me and Jessica off to the side. So I asked her secretively,
よー、ジェシカ。ジョージの兄貴ってさ、シャノンちゃんと付き合ってたりする？
おお、なんでわかったんだよ。バートラー、お前見かけより人を見てんな。
You gotta have a good eye to solve mysteries.
俺、冗談で言ったつもりだったんだけど、本当に付き合ってんのかよ。
声が大きいって。一応内緒の付き合いってことらしいぜ。特にエヴァおばさんの耳には入れない方がいいよ。
なるほど。使用人との恋か。いやでもいつの間に？はあ、6年ってすげえな。でも確かに兄貴なら人間もできてるし、シャノンちゃんも優しくて海外しそうだし、お似合いかもな。
Actually, 6 years ago, I remember taking notice of her just a little bit. So that's how it is. She really fits well with George Nikki. Nothing I can do about that. Goodbye, my fleeting first love 6 years ago. Oh. Okay, I may be an idiot, but I never thought that, BAATTTTLER ever had a crush with Shannon. Huh. Actually, I never thought of that. I didn't think of that until now. Which means that my collection of embarrassing lines that Shannon-chan just held back on probably has something to do with that. I can't take it.
兄貴たち、付き合ってどのくらいになるんだ？
どの段階から付き合ってると呼ぶのかにもよるだろうけど、確実に1年以上は続いてると思うぜ。双方片思い時代を含めると数年になるんじゃねえのかな。
Before I'd realized it, the two of them had separated themselves from the group and were walking down the beach, talking about something. They looked calm, and rather than a light relationship between two lovers, it looked like a more serious relationship, as though they were already engaged.
6年か。でっけえ月日だな。俺にとってのこの6年は何だったんだ？図体がでかくなっただけだな。親父との親子喧嘩で意地を張り合ううちに6年も経っちまったってだけのくだらない時間だったな。
バートラの方こそどうなんだよ。彼女とかできたのかよ。
さてどうだろうな。一緒に遊ぶ女の子は何人かいるぜ。だけどオンリーワンって関係はまだねえな。
I really don't see you being that kind of person, BAATTTTLER, though you are Rudolph's son.
俺がお子様なんだろうよ。誰かと二人っきりでいるよりみんな大勢でワイワイやってる方が楽しいように思えるんだ。
そりゃなんともバトラーらしいぜ。でも女友達との関係はちゃんとしっかりしておけよ。女の思い込みとコミュニティは怖えぜ。勝手にバトラーを巡って暗闘が繰り広げられて、勝手に誰かが泣いたり傷ついたりしているかもしれないぜ。
Oh. Could Battle be getting a lesson soon like Keiichi did?
おかしいな。同じ忠告をつい先週クラスの女から受けた気がするぜ。なんだってんだろうな。どうしてみんなで楽しく過ごせねえんだ。そうまでしてつがいになりたいのかね。
バトラーがまだそういう相手に会ったことがねえからだろうぜ。まあおいおいそういう女に出会うこともあるだろうよ。
For some reason this came into my mind. Oh no. Sometimes, okay, there's been a few occurrences where I make a joke, and it's the case. There's been some occurrences already. Beatrice appearing before everyone after I made a joke about her appearing before everyone in episode 2. Okay, whatever Beatrice's doing. Wait, no, wait! I said a joke, didn't I? What was the joke I said? Is Beatrice gonna come in like a really old lady this chapter like, hey, can I have my money now? I gave my gold to Grandpa and I kinda want it back. As like an old lady, or, you know, send in like a homunculus, like an old lady homunculus to take it instead. Oh my god, that would be kind of funny. That would be funny. Oh my god, I think I joked about this. Goda being on that fucking boat.
Hideyoshi-sama, Deva-sama.
No! Why are you on the boat? Those are the two I can think of. Actually, I don't know how good I am as a fortune teller, but if I say this out loud, this either will make me sound like a complete moron. It's Beatrice. Yes, it's Beatrice! You know, I don't think the Battler's gonna get with anyone. Kind of like how Keiichi never got with one of the four, one of the four girls in the club. He never got with any of them in the story, which makes Higurashi so good. I don't think all stories need to have characters getting together in the end. That's one thing I'm going to clarify now. I don't think that's important to a story. Romance, the characters getting together in the end, not that's super important in the whole general story, so I don't think Battler's going to get with any of the witches or any of the people in the Ushiyamiya mansion.
気長に待つこったな。
なんだよ。まるでお前にはもうそういう相手がいるみたいな言い方じゃねえかよ。お前はどうなんだよ。彼氏とかできたのかよ。
え？私かよ。いや、
なんつうわかりやすい反応だよ。見たところ気になる男はいるけどまだ告白もできてねえってそういうところだろ。
On the money.
いや、そういうわけでは、先生、私のことなんかどうでもいいだろ。
話を振ってきたのはそっちのくせになんで俺が逆ギレされなきゃならねえんだ。女って生き物は質問ばかりでそのくせ自分が質問に答えることは決してないんだよな。ずるい生き物だぜまったく。
そのよ告白はさ一度はしたんだよ。
あ？
まあ盛大に空振りでさ。
ごめんなさいってか。
いや私がすごく一方的だったんで面食らわれたというのかな。そういう対象だとも思われてなかったという雰囲気。
そりゃあそうだろうよ。お前の言葉遣いは男勝りだからな。もうちょいおしとやかにしないと男心をくすぐらないぜ。
私みたいな言葉遣いじゃ受け悪いかな。
なあ、その言葉遣いが全てじゃないだろうが、お前みたいな普段の言葉遣いが悪いやつが急にまともな言葉で話すように努力し始めたら、そういう気概みたいなもんでドキッときちまう男もいるかもな。
そうなんだ。そうか。
Jessica had suddenly started to speak meekly, and was faintly blushing. I see. Even though her confession didn't go well, it looks like she still hasn't given up. Yeah, I totally get that. After seeing how close George Niki and Shen-Shen have gotten, it's no wonder she started wanting a boyfriend. 6 years. Those 6 years of puberty are pretty important, and they go by so fast. With the typhoon approaching, the clouds had grown steadily grayer, and yet, even so, I had this really refreshing feeling. Maybe I'll start thinking more seriously about the opposite sex, more than just the size of their boobs.
ところで、ジョージの兄貴は使用人のシャノンちゃんと付き合ってるわけだが、まさかジェシカまでってことはないよな。
どうしてそう思うんだよ。
Well, Battler, you got her right by the money.
そういや、バラ庭園で挨拶したカノン君って若い子、口下手だからってジェシカやたらとかばってたよな。
いや、そんなことは。勘ぐりすぎだって。
じゃあさ、これだけは教えろよ。今この瞬間、ジェシカが狙ってる男は半径1キロ以内にいるか？
いや、それはどうだろう。
Cannon-kun is the only boy on this island now who could possibly become her boyfriend. Hello, my name is Goda. No, I should... No. Goda's for me. He's for me. So, judging by her reaction, I'm probably right on. I don't think of the Shinomiya family as a noble family, but 2 people in love with servants. I never have dreamed that 2 pairs of Romeo and Juliet would be right next to me. Auntie Ava will probably become an obstacle to George Niki and Shan-Chan's love. If Auntie Ava learns that the partner of her only son, the apple of her eye, is Shan-Chan, she'll probably scream at her with cries of wretched servant, homewrecker, and so forth. And a relationship between Jessica and Ken-kun will probably be just as full of difficulties. Aunt Natsu also seemed at times to be strict about that kind of thing. After all, Jessica's husband would probably become the head of the Ushimiya family in the future. If that person had once been a servant working for the family, well, no doubt things would be complicated.
ま、人の恋路なんてそれぞれさ。一緒にいて楽しい相手とつがいになりゃいいじゃねえか。つがいってのは互いが互いを認め合う以外に何の許可もいりやしない。親がどうこう、家がどうこうなんて気にしたら負けだぜ。それを忘れるなよ。半端な気持ちで付き合うんじゃねえぜ。
恋もしたことねえくせに突貫したようなことを言いやがって。
Oh man. I was expecting something like that from Jessica.
恋は損得感情でするなよ。ハートでしろよ。俺が言いたいことはそんだけさ。んじゃな。See you again. Have a nice day.
ジョージ兄さん、シャーノン、聞いてパートラったらこいつまた面白いセリフを言い出したぜ。
何も言ってないって。何も言ってないって。ああ、茶化すな茶化すな。
Oh my god. Daisuke Ono's voice is really awesome. Daisuke Ono voice acts Battle, correct? Yes, it's Daisuke Ono.
マリア聞いてた、マリア聞いてた。 See you again! See you again!
For a while, we forgot about the wind getting stronger and played around on the beach. This meeting with my cousins, who had grown so much over these last 6 years and were thoroughly enjoying their youth, felt truly refreshing. It was a little late now, but I realized that I should have buried the hatchet a lot sooner and returned to the Ushimeya family.
いとこ同士ってのもたまにはいいもんだな。
マリアもいとこで集まるの楽しくて好き。
そうだな。俺たちももういい年なんだ。別に親がいなくても会えるだろう。たまにはいとこだけで集まって遊ぶのも悪くないかもしれないな。
それはいい提案だね。いつかそういう機会を設けてもいいかもしれないね。
同感だね。私たちいとこはいつまでもずっと仲良しがいいよ。
おいおい、そこを強調するとまるで普段の親戚同士の仲が悪いように聞こえちまうぜ。
George, Nikki, and Jessica laughed, but it felt just a little strained. And I say too much. Judging by how our parents had made quiet expressions and tired faces every once in a while during the boat ride and at the airport, maybe that was something I shouldn't have said.
そうだな。ジェシカの言う通りだぜ。俺たちはいつまでも仲良しでいようぜ。
マリアも一緒。みんな仲良し。
そうだね。うん。僕たちはいつだってみんな一緒だよ。みんな仲良しだよ。
Well, I do have a feeling that this is not gonna happen. Why do I have that feeling?
私たち何恥ずかしいこと言い合ってんだろうな。なんだか照れちまうぜ。
でもとても大切なことだと思いますよ。人は願わねばいつまでも一緒にいることどころか仲良くいることさえ難しい生き物なのですから。
そうだね。みんなが仲良くいられることを決して当たり前なことだと思ってはいけないね。
知り合いの魔女が言ってた。幸せはみんなが信じなくちゃ叶わないんだって。
確かにね。信じる力には魔法が宿るかもしれない。それを全員が信じたならきっと幸せを運んできてくれるだろうね。
よし、なら恥ずかしいことのついでだ。私たちはみんなで信じ合うと誓おうぜ。みんないつまでも仲良しでいつまでも幸せでいようって。
Screw becoming like our parents. Searching for each other's weaknesses, going after grandfather's fortune, screw all that forever.
おう、俺たちはみんないつそれをみんなで信じようぜ。
No matter how long it had been, or how much fun we were having, it didn't stop the dark clouds from approaching Ronokanjima. I wonder if the typhoon will pass and show us the refreshing sky before we leave this island. Who gives a crap about what our parents are plotting? Who gives a crap about the inheritance in the honor of our old family? We're so young, and renewing our old friendship. And every one of us believes that together we can all be happy. So, I want this day to end without anything weird occurring, in peace and happiness. Calmly. No, not I want it to end. Please, let it end! They actually did! Organ short, number 600 million in C minor. Holy shit!
くっせーお前は出るなよ現れるなよくそくそくそ
待たせたな。ようやく新しいゲームの用意が整ったぞ。さあさあ始めようではないか。惨劇の物語を訪れよ。雨よ風よ台風よ、この島をうつしおより切り離す。異界へ魔界へ幻想界へ六軒島を放り込め。
And so, the tale repeated for the third time. However, before the Endless Witch, what point was there in counting 1, 2, 3? There was probably no point at all. After all, this tale of fantasy would be repeated endlessly until the match was settled, and either Battler or the Witch surrendered. And day became night, and the sky grew dark and cloudy. The rain and wind were summoned together and became a typhoon. And Maria could be seen in the rose garden, paying no mind to the rain that had started falling. Going around in circles, searching for that single rose which she had surely marked.
目印をつけたマリアのバラがない。
Goda! My theory about what happened to that rose was that Goda, while preparing the food, happened to see that marked rose and thought, might as well use it for decoration, and he plucked it. That's why the rose went missing. Goda took it. Goda took it for the fucking cooking. Damn it, Goda! Damn it, Goda! Maria definitely remembered it. That rose had been in the flower bed right here, and yet it wasn't. She didn't know what to do with her irritation at not being able to find something which should have been there. And, moaning bitterly, she couldn't help but keep going back and forth in circles around the same spot. She was acting almost as though she would be able to see it if she looked at a different angle. But try as she might, there was no way she would find something that wasn't there. And time for Beatrice to arrive. The wind grew, increasingly stronger, and the rain turned into cold, large drops. There was no way Maria wasn't bothered by this. However, if she couldn't find a rose here, it would surely disappear forever. Maria believed that. That feeling spurred her on to keep searching for a rose that she had no chance of finding. Just then, the cold drops of rain that were tormenting Maria were suddenly blocked. Maria raised her head. When she did, she saw that an umbrella was open there, protecting her from the rain. And the one holding out the umbrella was... Beatrice! The witch she admired, Beatrice.
このような雨の中、 何を必死になっているのよ。体を冷やせば風邪をひくこともある。魔女たるに自らの健康も気遣いたいものよね。
マリアのね、バラが見つからないの。おお、何度探してもね、ここにあったはずなのに見つからないの。
Maria told Beatrice about how there had been a slightly unhealthy, pitiful rose, and that she was sure they had marked it.
それが見つからぬと。そなたも魔女の見習いならば、魔法にてバラを探してみるという。目だけで探そうとするうちは、それにははるかに及ばぬであろうのね。
おお、見つけられない。マリアも頑張って魔法で探そうとしてるけど見つけられない。
魔法の修行にはちょうど良いかとも思うが、この風雨はそなたには少しきつかろう。わらわが特別に力を貸してやる。弟子の身を案ずるのも師匠の役割だからね。
ありがとう、ベアトリーチェ。
Maria's face, which had been full of sadness until just now, split open into a grin. Maria knew. She knew that there was nothing Beatrice's magic couldn't do. So she was sure that Beatrice would easily be able to find the rose that she couldn't find herself. Beatrice closed her eyes lightly, acting as though she was listening for something in all this wind and rain. Then she heard it, opened her eyes, and spoke.
商業無常よね。残念だな、マリア。この風雨にそなたのバラは耐えられなかったらしい。
Oh, so Goda didn't take it?
おお、それじゃマリアのバラは。
風雨に散り、すでにこの世のものではない。
What Beatrice had said was certainly plausible. There was nothing odd about the flower being broken off at the stem in the strong wood. However, Maria couldn't accept this, and bitterly gave a low-pitched moan.
やだ。やだやだやだ。マリアのバラなの。マリアのバラが帰ってこないと嫌だ。マリアの魔法で生き返らせる。ベアトリーチェ、魔法でバラを蘇らせるのを教えて。
無限の魔法の秘術。そなたごとき見習いにはまだまだ早いわ。身の程を知れ。
Maria wiped the tears from her eyes, full of regret. Seeing that expression, which invited pity, Beatrice shrugged her shoulders and chuckled.
よかろう。バラを蘇らせる秘術。わらわが力を貸してやろうぞ。ではそなたの心の力を集中させるがいい。目を閉じ、雨を忘れ、風を忘れ、航行するバラの魂を心の目で探すのだ。
Maria closed her eyes. Then she repeated Beatrice's poem-like words.
さあさ、思い出してごらんなさい。
World End.
バラを そなたがどんな姿をしていたの？
さあさあ思い出してごらんなさい。バラよ、そなたがどんな姿をしていたのか。
見るな、聞くな、そして信じよ。肉の檻に閉じ込められし魂の力を解放する。そう、良いさ。
Around Maria, who was concentrating her power, her eyes tightly shut, small golden butterflies began to dance. Was this the manifestation of the magical power Maria held?
さまよいしバラの魂、今一度集う。そしてその姿を思い出すがいい。さあさあ集えよ、思い出せよ。
The glitter of the gold butterflies began to strengthen, and their numbers increased. Then, Beatrice raised a finger up to the skies, and they began to gather at the tip of that finger. This was the miracle of the golden magic. And the gold butterflies began to condense into a single dazzling grain of gold. It was a single seed, glittering gold. It sat on the tip of Beatrice's finger, budded into a golden sprout, and opened into a golden leaf. It then slowly fell from that fingertip, sank into the mud of the flower bed, and began to grow steadily. Maria, who admired magic and witches, must have really wanted to see this fantastical sight. However, as an apprentice, Maria was still not qualified to see it. Now, she was probably afraid that, if she opened her eyes to look, the power of her heart's concentration would be interrupted, and the magic would be lost. Therefore, it was Beatrice, the one permitted to lay eyes on that golden miracle, who was the one and only witch, and the master of many miracles. Then, the fully grown rose bloomed, creating one golden flower. And when Beatrice poked it with her finger, in just the right way, the gold-colored sparkles scattered, as if a golden soap bubble had popped, and what remained was a single beautiful rose.
立派な花を思い出したようだな。だがこのままでは他のバラたちに混じってしまい、区別がつかなくなってしまうというものよ。もう一つサービスしておくか。
Beatrice, for the sake of her cute apprentice, the witch, who was moaning even more now in concentration, decided to cast one more little spell. She snapped her fingers, and a single gold butterfly appeared, fluttered around, and landed on the flower that had just been revived. When it suddenly burst open and disappeared, becoming golden lace and marking the rose.
これでよかろう。マリア、もう目を開けてもよいぞ。
バラはどこ？
そっちではないぞ、こっちだ。ほら、金モールで印をつけておいてやったぞ。
本当だ。すごい。
I need to restart my camera real quick because I'm about to go over the time limit, so 1 second.
ありがとう。マリアも早
かつてのわらわもまたそなたのように無邪気にそれを望み至ったのか。
Maria was ecstatic over the revived Rose, clapping her hands and jumping around in joy. Watching that, Beatrice also smiled, looking fairly pleased. Now, if I try, I can break or repair any soul, not just that of a Rose, and kill and revive as I please. So, the barrier created by the storm has closed Rokenjima off from the real world. Now is the time for the Golden Witch, the Endless Witch, Beatrice, to descend. Beatrice pulled from her pocket an envelope with the family crest, the one-winged eagle, and gave it to Maria. Maria frowned at the ground at being selected to be the witch's messenger.
さて金蔵
The candles dance.
そなたの遊びに再び付き合いに来たぞ。わらわの準備はすでに万端よ。そなたの方はどうなのか。今宵のゲームにかけるコインの用意は十分であろうな。
Speak of the devil. We're going to Kinzo, right? Yep.
無論準備は十分であるぞベアトリーチェ。
What?
駒はふんだんに用意したぞ。
Huh?
備えも心構えも十分だ。さあアンティを支払おうではないか。そなたに授けられ最後にはそなたに全て返すべきものだ。さあ受け取れ。
Kinzo flung the window of his study wide open, took off the reasonably large golden ring which had been on his finger, and threw it into the darkness of the raging rain and wind. That ring was struck by lightning, and after twinkling gold for an instant, disappeared. Kinzo watched it go, grinning broadly and fearlessly.
負ける気はせぬぞ。お前は私のものなのだ。永遠に。
Now that's an intense glare. Who are we going to next? The ring that Kinzo had thrown became a single gold butterfly and fluttered around in the rain and wind. It headed for the rose garden, almost as though it was being guided there. It then found the figure of the Golden Witch and fluttered down. When it arrived right in front of Beatrice, it burst in a flash of gold and returned to its original form of a ring, flipping up into the air. It seemed as if it would simply fall back down into a puddle of water, but suddenly it stopped in midair, almost as if some transparent person had caught it. Somehow, this seemed unexpected, even to Beatrice. However, she soon realized who it was, and grinned broadly at it. Now, suspicious scent. What? Hello? Hi. Your mustache is very cursed. As she did, the figure of the person who had caught the ring began to fuzzily appear. It was the figure of a young man wearing a butler's uniform embroidered with the one-winged eagle crest. There was no man like this among the servants who served the Ushiyama family. Najo! Even so, Beatrice laughed as though it was someone she remembered fondly. Nanjo!
ロノウェか。
Ah. Ronoue?
ずいぶん久しぶりになるな。
Ronoue. No, Ronove. Ronove. I might be an idiot. It's close. It's close. It's close, but I don't know if that's the case. It's close though. Ronove. Huh.
わらわのことを覚えておったとは。
Interesting.
そなたはつくづく忠義に熱い男よ。
長いご無沙汰を頂戴しておりました。このロノフェ、お嬢様にお仕えしていることを忘れた日などただの一日もございませんよ。それよりもお嬢様にこそ私をお忘れになられたのではないかとヒヤヒヤしておりました。何しろお嬢様は大層お忘れっぽくていらっしゃいますので。
なるほど。確かにわらわは忘れやすいようだ。そなたの皮肉を聞くまで思い出せぬとはな。
お嬢様、これを。
I don't know if this is Nanjo. No, I don't think this is Nanjo. Huh. Is it just a coincidence that his name looks so similar to Genji's? Is this just a coincidence, or... Like, yeah, okay, Genji's name has a U in it, and this guy has a V. Huh. Has he been added to the character sheet? No. Okay. When he gets added to the character sheet, I might get to see more details about this guy. But he definitely gives, like, because he's in a butler uniform, he kind of gives a Genji vibe, but I don't know. Is Genji a witch? With an exaggerated, yet elegant gesture, he bowed respectfully. Well, okay, Genji was already furniture created by Kinzo, so, huh. Interesting. Interesting. And held out to Beatrice the head's ring that he had just caught.
後ろ宮金蔵より返還されました後ろ宮家当主の指輪でございます。指輪は再び主のもとに。
金蔵によるゲームの開始宣言、確かに受け取ったぞ。
さて今宵はどのようなお遊びになさいましょうか。早速ルーレットをご用意いたしましょうか。それともまずは紅茶をご用意いたしましょうか。
どちらにしようか迷うが、とりあえずそなたの挨拶が必要であろうな。あやつも開いた口が塞がらぬというような顔をしているに違いないぞ。なあバートラー。
はじめまして。自己紹介をいたします。ベアトリーチェお嬢様のおそばにてお仕えしておりますロノウェと申します。
Ronove. Who is Ronove? Oh, Ronove. One of the 72 great demons, serves a master in exchange for various forms of compensation. Presently has a contract with Beatrice as her butler, head furniture, has multiple underlings trained in housekeeping, and he himself is extremely capable as a butler. Employing him has become a kind of status in the high society of witches. Furthermore, the cookies he bakes are superb, and witches will often line up to demand them, should possess enormous magical power, but he always shows deference to his master. His power level is an unknown quality. Ah, so he's one of the 72 great demons. Alright, he's one of the 72. 1 out of 72! 71 to go. Wait, do the, no, okay, these are just furniture. So these are not, demons. Even though, the seven deadly sins are technically demons. But these girls are not classified as demons, so I don't know if they're, one of the 72. But Ronove, he's one of the 72.
どうぞよろしくお願い申し上げますよ。
Also, I know that voice. Ah, where do I know that voice from?
ほらな、開いた口が塞がらないという顔であろう。
当たり前だろ。またこんなわけのわかんないやつが出てきやがった。ヤギ頭が盆踊りを始めるのかとぼやいたら、ヤギ頭がうようよ現れて太もも姉ちゃんたちが7人も出てきて、その上今度は執事まで出てきやがった。わけわかんねえよ。もういい加減にしやがれよ。
ところでバトラー、気づいていたか？こやつとそなたの対面だが、これが本当の悪魔の証明であることを気づいたかな？
Oh my god, Beatrice, stop!
悪魔の証明だと？どういう意味だよ。
こやつはこう見えても72柱に名を連ねる生粋の悪魔でな。つまりわらわは悪魔を直接連れてきて、まさにその存在を証明してみせたわけだ。ロノウェは地獄に爵位を持つ序列27位の大悪魔よ。
27th out of 72. I guess that's a little bit more than mid. It's high mid.
なかなかに使える男でな。高級で召し上げてわらわの世話をさせておるのだ。
ご紹介いただけまして光栄です。地獄の貴族に名を連ねと。
His voice really sounds familiar.
今は卑しい人間の分際で悪魔も裸足で逃げ出すような大魔女であられるベアトリーチェ様の家具頭として使える身ですよ。
実に使える男なのだが、何しろ口のヘラのやつでな。時に主への敬いを忘れるのがたまに傷よ。
言葉遣いに関しましては契約書から漏れておりましたもので、そのように契約を変更いたしますか？
わらわも退屈せぬからそれでいい。
Beatrice turned her back to him, cackling. After bowing once to her back, Ronove turned back to Balor and stuck out his right hand, showing off an innocent smile. Normally, this would mean that he was asking for a handshake.
何の真似だよ。
私もお嬢様のわがままに振り回されている身です。その意味では私たちは良き友人になれるかと思いますよ。これは友情の握手です。もちろん悪魔の契約の締結を意味するものではありませんのでご安心を。
Are you gonna do
悪
it?
いが、俺はあんたの主と大喧嘩の真っ最中でね。俺が敵と握手をするのは雨の校庭でぶちのめし合って互いがボロボロになって交わす青春ドラマみたいなシチュエーションの時だけさ。覚えておきな。
なるほど。バトラ様と握手を交わすには十分な雰囲気作りとふさわしい場、そして 心に響く甘い言葉と肉体言語の交わし合いが必要ということですね。機会を見てその場を準備いたしましょう。私めもそういうシチュエーションは大好きでございますよ。
I know that laugh. I know that laugh. Whoa. Okay. 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 Alright. Alright. I was right. I'm actually surprised. The voice actor of Ronove is Tomokazu Sugita, the voice actor of Gintoki and Kizami Yuya. Holy shit, okay. Okay. Wow. He's also Kion. I knew I recognized that voice. I recognized that voice. Especially the laugh. Especially that damn laugh. I know that laugh from anywhere. Laughing tauntingly, Ronove whispered that to Battler, with his face so close that their noses were almost touching. Battler, his face turning red after getting so close to another of the same sex, pushed him away.
気色悪い野郎だぜ。なるほど。ベアートの執事にぴったりのやつだ。
お褒めの言葉を賜れまして光栄です。私は紅茶には自信がございますので、ティータイムを楽しみにしていらしてくださいね。クッキーを焼くのが趣味でございますので、お茶菓子にもこうご期待をお願いいたします。
さすがは同性同士だな。打ち解け合うのが実に早い。焼けるぞ。
これはお嬢様に嫉妬させてしまい申し訳ございませんでした。お嬢様のお客人をこっそりつまみ食いなどいたしませんよ。それではこれより他の家具どもに再び家具頭に着任いたしましたことを挨拶してまいります。しばしの暇をお許しください。
うん。権限しているのは雑用のヤギどもと儀式役の7姉妹だけだ。挨拶も楽に終わろう。
おや、あの賑やかな7姉妹たちですか。やんちゃ娘たちも少しはおしとやかに成長したでしょうか。
あれがおしとやかだってんなら、俺はおしとやかの定義を疑うぜ。
そうでございますか。7姉妹どもとはもうお遊びになられたようですね。
Sure has.
その表情から察するに、どうやら相変わらずのやんちゃぶりのようだ。ベアトリーチェ様にお仕えするにふさわしい振る舞いをするようにといつも言っているのに、困った子たちだ。
その意味でなら安心しろよ。実に主にぴったりなふさわしい振る舞いだぜ。
そなたも言うようになったな。しかし会話は相手を認めるということだ。わらわとの雑談に応じるようになったということは、そなたがわらわの存在を徐々に認め始めている証拠。
たとえお天道様が西から昇ることがあろうとも、絶対の絶対絶対お前を魔女だと認定などしねえからな。
Battler! You know what's gonna happen next? She's gonna make the sun rise from the west!
泣いて俺の靴にキスしたら、もうちょい前向きに検討してやってもいいぜ。
Even if Battler was bluffing, he still spoke forcefully, a fearless expression on his face. The witch and her butler snickered together, realizing that their guest had regained more than enough of his willpower to take on a new game, and that the preparations were complete. After Ronove exchanged a few words with Beatrice, he bowed silently to Battler, scattered into gold butterflies, and disappeared. See you, Ronove! golden sneer.
賑やかになるのは実に嬉しいことだ。この島にたった一人閉じ込められ、己の力を取り戻せず、誰に話しかけることもできなかった日々のなんと退屈だったことか。
あの気持ち悪い奴がお前に似合いの執事だってことはよくわかった。だが教えろ、その執事がなぜ今頃になって現れた。権限しているのはヤギと七食いの姉ちゃんたちとかなんとか言ったな。どういう意味だ。
そなたは抗っておるが、わらわはれっきとした魔女だ。魔界に通じ人ならざるあまたの存在と交流を持っておる。
だろうな。お前の関係にはろくな連中がいねえぜ。ヤギの化け物に太もも姉ちゃんに、そして今度は悪魔の執事と来たわけだ。まさかとは思うが、この調子でまだおかしな連中が増えるってんじゃねえだろうな。
わらわの荘厳なる黄金館に仕える家具どもと、そこへ遊びに来る悪魔たちがどれほどいると思っているのか。まだまだ訪れるぞ。いくらでも現れるぞ。黄金鏡の扉を開き、すべての家具たちを呼び戻し、わらわはこの六軒島に新たなる城を建てるのだ。そして懐かしき友人たちすべてを招き、三日三晩を飲み明かし踊り明かしてやるつもりよ。無論金蔵の一族たちも招くつもりでいるぞ。望めばそなたもな。
つまりこういうことか。お前は長いこと力を失っていたため、そいつらを呼び出せなかったと。それで徐々に魔力が回復してきたため、次々化け物を呼び出せるようになったと、そう言いたいわけか。
そういうことだ。そなたは最後の一戦でこそギリギリ踏みとどまっているが、その心はすでにぐらつき、わらわが魔女であることを否定できずにいる。その心のぐらつきがわらわの魔女としての力を少しずつ蘇らせているのだ。
あの気色悪い執事が現れたのは俺が屈しかけているからだというのかよ。
そうだ。そなたは少しずつわらわに屈している。前回のゲームではあれほどの屈辱を受けてまでわらわに屈服したではないか。そなたの背中はわらわの足を投げ出すには本当に良いものだったぞ。
畜生。俺はお前を認めさえしなければ現状は維持できると思っていた。だがそれはどうやら誤解だったらしいな。
そうだ。そなたが屈服に近づけば近づくほどゲームはわらわに有利に傾いていく。チェスだってそうであろう。互いのキングを詰め合う過程でわらわたちはさまざまな駒を取り合っている。確かにわらわは未だそなたのキングを追い詰めてはおらぬ。しかしそなたはキングを逃すのに精一杯でいくつもの大駒を失い、莫大なアドバンテージを失っておるわ。後の展開がわらわに有利に傾くのは当然のことよ。
くそ。
そなたはおそらくこれからも死に物狂いでわらわのチェックメイトだけからは逃れるだろう。だがその間にもわらわはそなたの大駒を次々に奪っていく。 やがてはキング以外の全てを失い、どのような形でも逃れることのかなわぬ本当のチェックメイトを受けることになろう。前回そなたは奇煙を吐いたな。わらわを永遠に認めぬ以上、これはわらわを苛む永遠の拷問だなどと。永遠を語るのは無限の域に達した魔女だけよ。そなたにその資格など初めからないわ。
Glass break? No. Huh. I thought that was going to lead to a glass break, but apparently it did. Interesting. The candles dance.
黄金の隠し場所については、すでに金蔵様が私の肖像画の下に碑文にて公示されております。
We're at the dinner.
条件は碑文を読むことができるものすべてに公平に。黄金を暴けたなら私はすべてをお返しするでしょう。それではどうか今宵を金蔵様との知恵比べにて存分にお楽しみくださいませ。今宵が知的かつ優雅な夜になるよう心よりお祈りいたしております。黄金のベアトリーチェ。
When Maria finished reading the letter that Beatrice had handed her, everyone was at a loss for words for a while. And then, they all broke the silence at once.
バカバカしい。取るに足らない悪質ないたずらです。
まったくだ。親父殿が当主の指輪を手放すなどあり得るわけがないじゃないか。ベアトリチェその名を語れば右往左往するだろうという見えすいたいたずらだ。
おいおい、このちょいとパンチの効きすぎたデザートを仕込んだのは誰なんだ。今なら喝采で褒めてやるから正直に白状しろよ。ローザか。
とんでもない。お父様の名を語るいたずらなんてしません。
じゃあ姉貴か兄貴か。
私？バカ言ってんじゃないわよ。兄さんでしょ。こういう悪趣味な仕掛けは。
愚弄する気か。私こそお前たちに問いたい。このたちの悪いいたずらは誰の仕業なんだ。
Class beat the table and stared at everyone. Since that included the children too, he scared them greatly.
お父様から財産の全権を任せられたと称する謎の人物からの手紙。そして今日がそれを話し合うための親族会議であることを考えると、いたずらだと決めつけるのも早計だと思うわ。
わからんで。まさにお父さんの悪趣味ないたずらかもしれん。自分抜きで遺産分配の話をまとめようとしているわしらをちょいと驚かせたくて仕組んだことかもしれん。
こいつを仕組んだのが親父だってんだ。今マリアちゃんが読み上げた内容は冗談ってわけにはならねえぞ。
そうね。文面通りに解釈するならこれはお父様からのテストね。魔女の碑文は私たち誰にでも解けるようにずっと広間に掲示されていた。告示期間は十分。最初に解けた人間に家督と全ての財産を渡すと、そう言っているわけよね。
Oh, I see where this is going!
ほら、私たちの魔法叶ったわ。
そんなバカな話はありません。後宮家の次期当主が夫であることは何ら揺るがない事実です。それを揺るがすのがこの手紙じゃない。この手紙は お父様に財産の全てを全権委任された人物からのメッセージなのよ。もはや兄さんの当主継承権は白紙に戻ったわ。魔女の碑文を解いた者が、ベアトリーチェの黄金を見つけた者が後宮家の次の当主になるのよ。
バカバカしい。その手紙のざれ言を信用するのかね。その風浪が本物だとでも信用などできるものか。
ならお父様に直接話を聞いてみましょうよ。もう機嫌が悪いからとか体調が悪いとかそんな次元じゃないわよ。この手紙はお父様の代理人であることを風浪でちゃんと示してる。それを疑うなら兄さんが証明しなさいよ。この手紙がお父様の意志のものではないって。
よかる。お前の言う通りだ。もう親父の機嫌不機嫌の問題ではない。上へ行き直接問いただそうじゃないか。
そうしようぜ。親父に直接聞こう。親父も親父だぜ。どうしてこんな回りくどい真似を。ま、そこが親父らしいんだがな。
お父様の手紙だということを前提に話を続けてもいいのかしら。
バカローザ！お父様の手紙に決まってんでしょ。あの手紙はお父様のなのよ。次期当主を私たち4人の中から選ぶための公平なチャンスに決まってるじゃない。
He's giving the 17 in the mansion a chance.
バカ死ね。この役立たず。
Oh.
ほんとローザンだったの悪いわ。へそでも噛んで死んじゃえば。
ごめんなさい。そうよね。ごめんなさい。
In the beginning, the adults had all doubted the authenticity of the letter. But after just now realizing that this was a once-in-a-lifetime chance for the three siblings other than Klaus in the struggle for the inheritance, Ava had changed her position and had claimed that the letter was authentic. Rudolph and Rosa also realized that and agreed.
まったくそんなくだらないいたずらを大の大人がこれほどまで真に受けるとは。
So this is the direction we're going! Are the adults gonna attempt to solve the letter and the epitaph? Are they gonna attempt to solve it?
お父様でなくても呆れたい気持ちよくわかります。
I mean, that's what the realization Battler made in the previous episode. They needed to solve the epitaph. So, oh! Maybe the mystery of this game is not who's behind the murders, but it's where the gold is. Did it just take me until now to realize this? Fuck.
ナツシさん、それはお父さんに聞けば済む話やないか。お父さんがその手紙は知らんって一言言ってくれれば済む話やで。
兄さん、責任を持ってその手紙は知らないという一言を引き出すのよ。機嫌が悪そうだからってビビってる場合じゃないんだからね。
いい年してお父様が怖いなんてバカみたい。いい年してお父様が怖いなんてバカみたい。
Sorry.
へそかんで死んじゃえ
おう、はっきり白黒をつけようじゃないか。今頃は書斎で食事中だろう。一度箸を休めてもらおうじゃないか。
決まりだな。行こう。キリエはちょっと待っててくれ。真偽を確かめてすぐ戻る。
ありがとう。合田さんがデザートを持ってくるのをのんびり待ってるわ。
The four siblings, Natsuki and Hideyoshi, all stood from their seats forcibly and flew out into the hallway with a clatter. Afterwards, the only ones left were the children, stunned and completely speechless, Nanjo, who looked uncomfortable, and Kyrie, shrugging her shoulders. Maria, who had been at the center of all this turmoil, looked a little scared at the adult's sudden change. However, judging from her appearance, she didn't look like she'd realized the full significance of what she had just read out.
一体何事だってんだよ。わけわかんねえぜ。
どいつもこいつもクソったれだ。そんな兄さんが欲しいかよ。
みんな、これは親たちの問題なんだ。僕たちには関係ない。だから気にしちゃダメだ。
そうは言ってもよ。
This was just a sporadic thought. Okay, let's count the people in this room real quick. I forgot I was on your page, Ronove. Sorry. Can I go to the human side? No, I cannot. What the fuck? Why can I not see the humans? What the fuck? I cannot see the humans. No joke, I'm clicking human side. I can see the witches, but I cannot see the humans. What the fuck? Why am I blocked? There we go. For some reason it was glitching out. And also, you're here in the human side too? Huh. Anyways, let's get back to where I was going. Jessica. George. BAATTTTLER. Maria. Nanjo. Kyrie. The first Twilight never usually happens right here, right now, so I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be kind of funny if out of nowhere the first Twilight were to occur with these six, and they all six just died in the dining room, leaving everyone else to their own devices. The servants, the parents. I kind of want to see that chapter. I kind of want to see the chapter where only the servants and parents are alive, and the kids, along with maybe one or two of the more reasonable adults, are dead. I want to see a chapter with the most chaotic characters all being alive at once. That would be awesome. Like, the most sensible characters are obviously, let me get the character sheet back up. The most sensible characters seem to be the kids, Kyrie and Nanjo. Though Hideyoshi's pretty sensible himself, but other than Hideyoshi, Nanjo, Kyrie, and the kids seem to be the most sensible of all the characters in this mansion. So I would love to see an actual chapter of the people who have a little bit of common sense to be killed at the beginning, just for all the chaos to occur with all who remain. I really want to see that. I really want to see the chaos. Like, that's what I really want to see.
ああ、もうあからさまに。
見損なったぜ。欲の皮が突っ張ってやがる。
みんなで幸せになるって信じ合わないとダメ。
そうだね。僕たちはみんなで約束したもんね。ほら、バトラ君もジェシカちゃんも。
最悪の気分だぜ。
We couldn't accept it all, but we laid down our arms for the time being. We had known vaguely how filthy the family conference was going to be this time. However, after that 6-year blank, I couldn't help but be shocked. Seeing that the children were completely Seeing that the children were completely dejected, Dr. Nanjo cleared his throat uncomfortably.
大人の話です。お若い皆さんとは関係のないことですよ。 忘れてしまいましょう。
Does he put his arm with them?
それができりゃやってるぜ。
辛いのはわかるわ。でも今は忘れてあげて。あなたたちの将来を少しでも豊かにするため、みんなの両親は必死で戦ってるのよ。そしてやがて傷つき帰ってくるお父さんたちをどうかそんな冷たい目で迎えないであげて。
いくらキリエさんの頼みでもそれは難しいぜ。
そう割り切れるなら子供なんてやってねえぜ。
わーい、みんな幸せ。暗くなるのダメ。信じて。みんなで幸せになれるって信じないと幸せが逃げちゃう。みんなで信じないとダメなの。
いい話ね。私も信じるわ。私たちは幸せになれるわよ。
キリエおばさん、ありがとう。バトラとジェシカお姉ちゃんも信じて。ベアトリーチェも信じないと魔法が力を持たないっていつも言ってる。
Kyrie-san rose from her seat quietly, went over to Maria, and crouched down so that their eyes met.
おーい、キリエおばさんが信じてくれた。あとバトラとジェシカお姉ちゃんが信じないとダメ。
二人とも強いもの。すぐに元気になってそうしてくれるわよ。それより教えてほしいの。
When Kyrie-san said that, Jessica, George and Nikki, Dr. Nanjo and I all listened closely. It looked like our parents' minds had been filled by thoughts of grandfather and the inheritance problem. But we wanted to ask Maria about something simpler.
何？
マリアちゃんにその手紙を渡したのって誰？
Stupefaction.
肖像画に書かれている魔女の？
傘と一緒にこの手紙もくれたの。そしてね、マリアのバラが折れちゃってたのを魔法で直してくれたの。ベアトリーチェは何でもできるすごい魔女なの。
詳しく聞かせてくれるかしら。
And that's where the glass break happens. Interesting. Umineko no Nakukoro ni. Come on, can Kirie survive past the first Twilight for once? The Witch's Written Challenge. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Alright. Can Kirie make it past the first Twilight? I'm just asking for something I'm asking for such a simple thing. Because I would like to see her trying to figure out the murder mystery. I want to see her try figuring out the murder mystery as everyone's running around the mansion. I want to see her trying to figure things out. So please, for once, can Kirie survive? Though, I'm gonna make predictions early. This is gonna be too early to start making predictions, but I'm gonna make character predictions who will survive the first Twilight. So, we usually get, at the beginning of each chapter, we usually get one of the mother characters surviving the first Twilight. In the first chapter, it was Natsuki, and in the second chapter, episodes, it was Rosa. This time, it's leaning towards Ava being the one that would be the mother that survives till the very end, because Natsuki survived till the final 5, so did Rosa. So it kinda is pointing to the thing of Ava surviving till the final 5 this time around as one of the mothers. For which, I could definitely see that happening. I could definitely see Ava making it to the very end this time, because this chapter is focusing a lot on her. Like episode 1 focused on Natsuki, and episode 2 focused on Rosa. So this is definitely Ava's chapter. Does that mean in episode 4 it's gonna be Kirie going from the trend of the mothers making it to the final 5? I'm just doing this by the trends of the games. It could be just a parent of the kids that makes it to the very end. for which I would be very intrigued to see Klaus make it to the final 5. You know, I'm just very intrigued to see how Klaus would react to the murder mystery, because we've already seen how Ava, Hideyoshi, Netsuie, and Rosa react, but we have not yet seen Klaus, Rudolph, and Kyrie. We have not seen those 3 yet. Honestly, I have no fucking clue how Rudolph would react. Kyrie, I know for certain she will be calm and collected as she's trying to figure out the mystery. And Klaus is gonna be a fucking mess. I know for certain that if Klaus makes it past the first Twilight, he's gonna be a fucking mess throughout the rest of what's going on. I know that for certain that he will be like the mess of the characters. So I really am excited to see if any of the characters that I'm pointing out now of these 3 will actually make it past the first Twilight for once, because I really want to see how Kyrie and Klaus react to what's going on in the mansion. Rudolph, I have no fucking clue of how he would react, so I'm also really excited to see how he reacts, because of the 3, we have never seen Klaus, Rudolph, or Kyrie's reaction to what's going on in the mansion during the Twilights, because they always got first Twilight. So yeah, I'm very, very interested and very intrigued to see these characters make it past the first Twilight. But now, I think the only character I know for certain, or the only character that I can believe for certain is going to make it past the first Twilight is Ava and BAATTTTLER. And I'm going to also throw in Maria surviving the first Twilight, because it seems like BAATTTTLER and Maria seem to make it till the very end for most cases. Now, I would be very intrigued to see one of these, either BAATTTTLER or Maria, dying early. I want to see one of them die early, but I don't think that's going to happen, especially with BAATTTTLER. I don't think he's going to die early on, which kind of is, man, I kind of want to see that. I kind of actually want to see that, just to see how the other characters react without BAATTTTLER there. Because BAATTTTLER kind of holds everyone together till the very end. That's one thing that I've also noticed in each chapter. BAATTTTLER seems to, you know, help everyone stay kind of in control, kind of not. He's also the one who points the most fingers, and also retracts his fingers as soon as he starts pointing them. I'm gonna say this now, of all the characters, BAATTTTLER is like one of the most hypocritical, in a sense. Because he doesn't want to believe that a witch is doing it, but he also doesn't want to believe that one of the people in the mansion is doing it. It's one of the other, dude. It's one of the other. It's not another person. I do not believe there's another person responsible for what's going on here. It's either Beatrice or one of the 18. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. That's where my theories lie. The culprit of all this, it's within you all on this current character sheet on the human side. Of the 19 of you on this character sheet, I believe that one of you is the culprit. Now, I don't know too much off this, but as of right now, I'm going to say this as a pink theory. One of the 19 on this character sheet is responsible as the culprit for what's going on. I think that's like one of the most simple pink theories I could have stated. Like, that's one of the most simple ones. So far, I said Goda is not the culprit. There is more than Kumasawa than what we're seeing. Burn Castile is basically Rika. One of the 19 on this character sheet is responsible as the culprit for what's going on. I've not said yet whether they did it in a magical way or in a humanly way, because I'm slowly going towards the side of magic now. Yeah, it's getting kind of difficult to defend the human argument, but I'm gonna try to figure out a human argument. Like, I'm trying to figure out a human argument, but that's becoming a little bit difficult. Beatrice. Though I can still go through my psychological approach where Nanjo is trying to, you know, help everyone to avoid believing in the witch. But from the beginning of this episode, as apparent through Beatrice's little past thing, she had existed as a person. Now, maybe, that was the mistress. The person whom Kinzo had killed. You see, she's also interested in magic. Kinzo was interested in magic, which led to them meeting. Kinzo fell in love with her, and she gave him a lot of money. Then, Kinzo killed her, and throughout the years, he's been trying to revive her. What happens if she got revived, technically, through the belief that she can be in existence, alive, revived. The epitaph is carefully worded, meaning the witch shall be revived, aka Beatrice shall be revived. So, Kinzo revived Beatrice through the belief of witches. That's why Beatrice lives on. She died early on when Kinzo killed her when she was his mistress. And then she got revived in the future when Kinzo, through the epitaph, had caused most of his family to believe in a mythical witch. He created the scenario that made this all happen. Now, Beatrice apparently had met a witch in the past. What happens if she went through a similar thing that Kinzo had by creating a real witch through the belief that she wants a witch to exist? I'm still figuring out how the witch in Beatrice's past could add to this equation, but yeah, as of right now, I'm still trying to, reformulate my psychological theory so that it will fit up with the new information. I'm adjusting it. It's not that I'm completely throwing it away. I'm adjusting it to, include the new information we've gotten, because now I believe that Beatrice was a real person, but she's been dead for a long time because Kinzo had killed her when she was alive, and he regretted killing her. Yeah, Kinzo, this is really pointing a finger towards you being a slight, the party responsible for what's going on as a culprit, because you kind of, caused this all to happen. But for the Rokonjima murders, you're not the one responsible for the Rokonjima murders. You're the one responsible for creating this amalgamation called Beatrice to come back into existence through being the reincarnation of the dead mistress that you beloved. And Nanjo may be coming in to assist, using doctoral powers to try and convince everyone otherwise, aka the truth. Nanjo's pointing everyone to the truth. Though, of course, Valor's going against Beatrice. Nanjo is apparently playing chess against Kinzo, but I don't think Nanjo's rival is Kinzo. What if his rival is Kumasawa? I'm trying to find something with Kumasawa. There's something more to Kumasawa. There's something more to Kumasawa, and I am watching you carefully. I am watching you carefully, Kumasawa. There is something much more there than you just being a servant for the Ushiyamiya family. There's something much more there. And, yeah. And also, I still find it very weird that, Ronove's name is so close to Genji's first name. Well, wait, no. Surname. Not first name, surname. Yeah. Genji's surname, Ronoue, is very similar to Ronove. There's too much of a coincidence here. There's too much of a coincidence here.
Okay.